now they try to stimulating this QR code. That means anywhere you can go, you can purchase stuff like in China. But you just use that one QR code, and you can use WeChat, you can use Visa, you can use anything. And then the people start moving to their e-money, and then it's going to be easier for e-commerce too. And then the cash on delivery can no more money anymore, because now we have a CCOD, right? Credit card, cash on delivery like that. But now they can do like go there and then just scan and then they pay. And payment, I think in Thailand we move a little bit, and in general other countries they're following. Like now I think every country talking about a QR code, and something is happening to like in Thailand we try to adopting like a user debit card to paying online. That is but actually people are not using so much. Okay, although the total number of debit card in Thailand, we have 40 million debit card holder, we have about 20 million credit card holder, but people still not trust to paying that. The thing that we're trying to, but then the COD is coming, and we asking that what is going to be next after the COD. Maybe prompt pay is a digital money, or ICO, like a Bitcoin, anything is going to come in, is going to be make things faster. And I think soon the whole South Asia is going to move. Maybe we move not go to credit card, but we move beyond credit card to new kind of payment. That's going to be easier, cheaper, and better. That thing is going to be happening in South Asia recently. Yep.
So just to help me understand, I didn't read this piece of news yet in regards to prompt pay. So I use my phone, right? And it doesn't matter, I don't have to use Alipay or GrabPay or any of those. And it's a QR code. Who do I have to pay? My telco provider?
No, you just do because whatever you app, maybe you use a bank app or use any app to pay, you just scan with the app, and then you go into your app. And then you can pay, you put the money there.
Where,
and the money going to the merchant.
Right, but it deducts directly from the bank.
Yes.
So it's a form of a debit card, but
yes.
it's
although your wallet.
Right, so
yeah,
it's
whatever your payment instrument, you can use to the one standard QR code.
Okay.
That is
so
really
then,
fantastic for
Now we're USB. You remember all the different connectors from before?
Yes,
like you had to decide and remember, like, okay, this one takes this one takes this one.
Yes.
And so happy when we all got to USB, right?
But I would like to encourage you guys if you go back to your country. I think this thing can be happening just only government movement. Right. That means if without government movement, you're gonna facing with a lot of QR code, right? Because QR code is one of the cheapest way to do the payment, right? But if government not controlling, everyone try to come up with their own standard QR code.
We have everybody trying to come up with a payment gateway. There's just so many now, and I just heard 2 more. So many. I'm getting confused.
Yes,
I like this one where if it's just on my phone.
Yes, that's very easy. Then I think to work out with the way that this way, you're working with your local association. In Thailand, we have a Thai e-payment association. We're working really closely with the Bank of Thailand. We're pushing to standard QR code, because sometimes you just walk alone. Government not listen to you, right? But if you're working as an association, payment association, economic association, working with the government and pushing to the one standard something, I think it's going to be moving your country to leverage e-commerce very easier.
Thank you. Speaking of association, I just wanted to go to Joma, who you were talking a little bit earlier in regards to like cross-border and needing to put your stock, and obviously it costs you guys money, to have more centers to fulfill orders. One of the things, this is from my previous telco experience, is that before Wi-Fi was released in Thailand, actually we established a consortium of all the telco providers as well as the service providers, because they also wanted to release. So we did a consortium and a demo product to explain how WAN worked before we called it Wi-Fi, right? Yeah. So do you think, because Pitbom was just talking about Thai e-payment association, perhaps is this something you foresee in the future, or is there a body that currently exists across Southeast Asia that could come together to lobby to overcome this logistics? Wow, what a great opportunity. You're shaking your head. The four of you got to get together for lunch. So what do you think of this idea?
So I think it's a great idea, but the point is like sometimes it could take times, right, to things to happen. Even if I do understand that a lot of association did see interest also in like thinking in the interest of consumer, the standardization have to happen. Somehow it will happen one day. I mean, like we cannot continue to go with different e-wallet solution with so many payment gateway and so many payment type, because like for the merchants they will push this way. Because in terms of cash flow, it's just making the whole thing impossible to manage properly, or very difficult at least. But unfortunately, I don't think that it will happen tomorrow. I mean, like from my perspective, it's not today. But I think it could take more time. Why? Because we try to push people, for example, out of the COD, trying to leverage that incentive to make the transition onto some other payment method. But what we notice is that actually there is some people that will prefer to not order than just switching the COD method. I think we can do 7-Eleven, we can do Line Pay, we have like plenty of solutions implemented on the website. But what we see is that COD is so huge because people are so comfortable with that. I mean, like thinking about that from a consumer perspective, it's so convenient. You just pay when the product is here at your door. I mean, like you don't have any risk. Here in Asia, people are still afraid that by ordering online, they will receive like a fake product or a product that doesn't really match their needs. So I think there is still this psychological barrier that you need to break before just making a proper switch on a specific standard.
Julian, how much percent that their return, that mean they not accept your product when you do COD? 10%. In Thailand, maybe 10%.
No, actually it's higher than that, and I won't give you like exact figures, but it's definitely higher. The point is like for example in such industry like ordering fashion online, you will see some people ordering like multiple sizes, multiple color, and just return everything.
After they use,
keep just after
they use, go to the wedding party and then return.
Yeah, so it makes the whole thing very complicated. I mean, I won't give you concrete figures, but it's very high.
Okay, so then this is a good segue into education, right? Because there's trust, and trust comes through learning, through knowing. So, can you help me? Rely? Is that how I say? Rarali. It's very difficult, the R for the Thai people. And the L together, R's and L's together is a little challenging. Or Sumit, what are you doing on your end in regards to educating the market or trying to shift?
So I think for us it's very important that what we learn from other markets is that there's always a push. You cannot change a country in one night. For example, what we did is we just partnered with Visa for Myanmar, which is exclusive partnership for next 1 year, where anybody who's buying on the website with a Visa card gets extra discount. Yeah. That's the reason why people are pushing. We are pushing them to use. You have been born and brought up with something from last 40, 50 years. Your parents taught you to use cash. I cannot go and say, hey, you start using credit card. It's not possible. And if I have to make him a pain of going to a credit card bank and make the money, I need to give him an incentive. The incentive is either with the best product or with the best pricing. And discount.
Who subsidize the cost?
That's different, I cannot reveal. It's a mixed fee, sometimes it's price, sometimes it's right. But the idea is it also reduces our cost, because if I have to handle cash, a cash coming from a very remote part of the country might get lost or might get been stolen, or it manages my cash flow. As a business, I need to also manage my cash flows. So as a marketplace, the most important thing that I feel is that managing your cash flows is very important, because your suppliers, your payments, your brand working with you. So you do also, if you get money faster, your cash flows are much more intact. So digital payments not only help you to make sure customer is happy, it also makes your business smoother because you then have a very strong cash flow in pipeline to make your business smoother. Which some of us don't look at it because, but I tell my partner that, with this one thing, I'm ready to let go some of my margins just to make sure my cash flows are intact. Because if a money is lying with you for 15 days, my interest is gone or my money is just stuck. But if it comes to me next day, I'm happy. I'm much more happy to pay them on 7 days rather than paying them 15 days. So I get more discounts. It's a vicious circle, which is happening in all the Southeast Asian countries because we are still only focusing on cash and delivery, building up the market. And then coming to logistics points that I just want to add there, that a lot of times as investors, we are putting money only on e-commerce front-end companies. Look at the valuations going on, all the big companies, always on front-end. But when we talk about logistic companies, I hardly see very few companies like Ninja Van. They're doing really good stuff, but very few people are trying to build them up, mentoring them. If you look at big companies, Alibaba, they have their own logistic company. If you look at JD, they have their own e-commerce, they have their own logistics as well. Because they know working with third-party providers, it's not reliable, they are not scalable. We face same issues in Myanmar. Our businesses sometimes have a big sale like 11/11, and we can't scale up these providers because they are not ready, and they don't have investments for that. So if you look at Lazada, same option, they are having Lazada Express, which is happening to build them other different logistic companies. So logistics is also a big part, but also as business owners, we need to take our own conscious call that where we want to take this industry to.
So I want to go back to Joseph to see, do you have input on talent, payment, education, or logistics? Any of those, which is the top one that you want to solve out of the four?
Maybe not the one I solved, right? But maybe I'll give an insight about Indonesia. Why cash is still there? It's not about because they don't trust about they want to see the product. But the problem is, even though it's B2C or B2B like us, our buyer is small business, which is they act like consumers. The problem is they are not qualified to apply banks. That's the problem. So the thing is, they sell something in their restaurant or maybe their store, they get money, and then they don't have time to go to the banks, and in the morning they have to purchase again to the market, buy another chicken and then get a meatballs, and then they sell it and keep going. Let's keep going.
So they need that cycle, that
Yes, correct.
24-hour window.
Yes, that's the how the Indonesia looks like. And the thing, and you talk about banks, and then you talk about credit card, and you talk about QR. That's like something.
Star Trek.
Yeah, maybe they see like something in the future. So what changes in Indonesia? Maybe I can't solve this problem myself, but what happened in Indonesia is they're starting to have like O2O. So O2O is bit like more like peer-to-peer, because Indonesia they have Gojek, they have Grab, they have many delivery, how do you call it, like ride-hailing apps, and they have a lot of users where you can pay directly to that guy, that driver, and for example you pay to the Uber driver. Yeah. Yes, they have from me, and then they pay. So that will be the shifting that I see in Indonesia. That's not that would be impacting on.
But is the cost lower because it's not a passenger?
What do you?
You know, like let's say you get a cab that will take whatever, a mini fridge for you. Is the cost of that transport, is it viable for the consumer when you use these types of transports? Because normally like there's the rate a passenger pay, but then normally when you go through a parcel truck, it's cheaper, right? But then you pass that cost on to the consumer usually.
No, the thing is all the ride-hailing apps, they create their own like wallet. Not about, you don't have to use the app or the transportation, but you can use the wallet. The wallet is integrated to many merchants, and the wallet is integrated to many marketplaces, and you can pay that marketplaces using that. So for example, if you're a driver and I want to pay, for example, Tara, I want to pay Tara, I can pay to you. So I give it to you, and you purchase it for me, because you have that wallet integrated into the marketplace.
I was referring to the logistics. So, like, let's say because of you got 17,000 islands, right? Okay, I think for that you need a hovercraft or something, but I'm just talking about one main island. So like, let's say I get either Grab or I get Bluebird or I get Uber, whoever is going to take the parcel for me. Is the price the same as like a carrier? You understand? Because normally the marketplace passes that price back on to the consumer as a buyer. So does that price change?
No, it's just cheaper, definitely.
It's cheaper
It's cheaper and
with like a traditional logistics,
Yes,
or is it
traditional
more
logistics.
expensive when I use somebody like Bluebird or Uber?
no, it's
or
cheaper
whatever?
than traditional logistic and it's faster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think the reason it's cheaper because investor money. They
Oh,
don't
okay.
invest the money, they cannot cheap.
It's subsidized for now.
Subsidizing.
Right. So, but when it equalizes, when the market reaches equilibrium, then the actual cost is passed on. Can the consumer still afford it? Or it's sticky now. I'm not going to leave the brand because I've done so much business with you. What do you think?
I think more on the experience. If you talk about the transportation using those ride-hailing app, it's about the experience. So before, if you use traditional courier, if you buy something the fastest maybe if you order it in the morning, then you can have it in the evening. That's the fastest. Yeah, that one day delivery. But with these ride-hailing apps, 3 hours. 3 hours you receive. Or maybe if in the same city, I'm talking about in the same city, intra-city, maybe 1 hour or 3 hours you can ride. Yeah.
What's the fastest one in Thailand?
1 hour, 2 hours.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
have on demand a lot.
Ah.
Everything cheap. I think a lot of. I'm starting one of the logistics startup. It's named chipop.com. It's a logistic gateway. Now we connect more than 10 logistic companies. And then the price, some guys, new guys coming, hey, I want to offer a very, very cheap one. I said, how you can cheap like that? Because other people still like price like this. They reduce the price a lot. And they say, oh my God, I know that, okay. Because they subsidize to gain market share. Yeah, that is thing that is I don't know how long it's going to be happening like this. Okay, because now I think the e-commerce industry, I think it's something like it's not like a real picture that you see in that. I think everyone do e-commerce, even everyone here, we burning money, no one profit at all. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it because I'm burning already 4 years before that with Rakuten, and then Rakuten gone, and yes, okay. No one make money, right? Everyone choosing. I think it's really challenge game. Very challenge game. That means the next question is going to be really challenge too. When we keep burning money, and then the big guy one coming, oh my God, like you diving, boom, you dive first, and then you're gonna make profit, and then the next guy coming and diving with boom, oh my God, I can no longer, right? That's gonna be like that.
Okay, what's the latest then on Amazon? Are they? Because they're supposed to be like the biggest, the oldest. Are they even profitable, or he's still right?
Yes, but most of the profit from cloud, not from the e-commerce, because they keep reinvest.
Ah,
But they have
okay.
money, they keep
Into
invest.
the server, and then you pay to use
Yes.
their space. Yeah.
Amazon is a god for all e-commerce because they do like that. Everyone following. I'm burning everything. I want to be like Amazon, but they burn. Who have a more the deeper pocket, they can survive. But when you keep burning, and new guys coming, like okay, we talk about I'm burning in Thailand first with Rakuten, and then Lazada is coming, boom, and now Shopee is coming, burning. Eventually is coming, burning. I think the last
We're
guy
on
will
fire.
be in the game. Everyone keep
Bring
burning.
the water.
They
Okay.
can smell the money, the burning money in this room. It's a lot.
So just
Okay. So I think we're getting towards the end. So, gentlemen, I just want to take it one at a time. Your parting words in regards to the B2C or B2B marketplace. No,
I think the
just parting
description-
words. Let's talk about 2050.
No, I think the
What do you
description-
think the market is going to be? Just tell me in like 1 or 2 sentences. What do you think the market's going to be in 2050? Star Trek. Star Trek time.
I told a couple of my industry partners a year back, and I think the world is shifting towards that. That's my personal belief. I think it's going to be east versus west, which means one way will be Amazon, other would be JD or Alibaba. and you will see they acquiring companies across the two parts of the world and making sure that in the next 5 to 10 years they either control it or they either own it. Example is there, Alibaba already bought Lazada. You just see JD and Central today. You see Amazon coming to UAE with the Souq acquisition. So you're already seeing that world is moving towards global two big giants, either picking up the battles or picking up the e-commerce. Amazon in Singapore already with their Amazon Prime. So I think the world is nearing towards e-commerce. Two big giants either fighting against each other and making sure that they either own it or they either control it.
Sounds like the political situation today.
Absolutely right.
Okay, on my perspective, I think later, what we will see in the future is basically a consolidation. If I just check my experience back in France, we actually saw the same thing happening. I mean, at the beginning of the industry, like every player are investing massively, but by default, by nature, e-commerce is driven by the competition. So it makes the niche, even if you can find a niche profitable, it will be directly attacked by another player. So it kind of makes the things very complicated. So of course, cash and very well-funded companies can take over more easily because they don't have this restriction. I think you will definitely have some huge players dominating the market. We're talking about Alibaba, we're talking about Amazon, but I see also a lot of opportunity coming from brick and mortar. There is like huge companies such as Central, for example, or even the mall group that actually have some interest to go online, and they also have a lot of investment power. And for me, I mean, it will make sense to see them try to take a larger seat on the e-commerce space in the future.
And you, Joseph?
2050,
2050.
okay. I think there will be a lot of verticals. Again, all the big guys, all the big brand brick and mortar, they will use those marketplaces as their channel, and there will be a lot of vertical marketplaces, and those marketplaces will work on the O2O integration, because at the end of the day, I think even 50 years or 100 years from now, you cannot beat the offline. They will be here, and the technology is just to enable them to be more efficient. So I believe in the future, still offline, because I'm from offline background as well, will be there, and we just leverage the marketplaces. Whoever wins in the market, whoever owns the brand still wins.
30 years from now, you forgot everything that you're seeing today. It's not going to be like this for sure. Because from the 10 years from now, technology is going to change everything. I think maybe 10 years from now, 20 years from now, in your body you're going to have some sensor and everything. Sure. You see there's some series like a back mirror, right? Your eyes going to be, mobile phone not going to be like this, it's going to be attached to your eyes and connect to your brain like that.
Wow.
That is them seriously. And then when you want something, you not buy. It's coming. They knowing that your body, your heart, they know what you're looking for before you buying. Because all the data, from big data, from every heartbeat of you is going to be data.
Wow.
It's learning everything. Everything going to be automatically. Yes, everything gonna be, we're gonna move beyond that, okay? And AI is gonna be super, clever. My guess, I don't know if they're gonna be still longer, still there or not. Because everything's maybe bypass that. You want this? It's connect to their manufacturing. That may be, combine the whole world. Maybe Amazon acquire, Alibaba. Who knows? Like it's gonna be happening in 30 years. Every technology gonna change. Form factor to do e-commerce gonna change. Everything gonna change. You cannot imagine what happened today. You cannot imagine what's gonna happen in 30 years. Everything could be automatically. Yes.
I think I feel you on that one. because I wear a Fitbit, right, that has a LED light that reads my heart rate, tells me, and now is connected to the other Fitbit and my Google Fit, and it tells me all of this data, which sometimes makes sense to me, sometimes it doesn't make sense. But I was reading the other day, they said it's not just this thing that's the IoT of everything, but we're going to have IoT pants, IoT dresses, and it's going to tell you ate too much and you need to go up a dress size. So you can click to confirm the order, and I have a new blue dress coming in the mail, right, in 1 or 2 hours, right, before you told me. Or
Faster. It's going to be faster.
it'll be instant. The other thing is 3D printing, right? 3D printing today is with resin. Maybe in the future, I was talking about this on the panel yesterday, maybe in the future, we will all have 3D printing in the home. And it's not just making things, it will make food, it will make, anybody watch Star Trek? You stand in front of the computer and you say, computer, make me this, right? And it's there. And it will use whatever, you want Coca-Cola, it used that secret recipe of Coca-Cola. And it's coming to your door. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you enjoyed the panel. I know I'm a Trekkie fan, so I'm sorry you had to bear through me through 2 panels on this subject. Thank you, my colleagues, for joining me today, and enjoy your lunch.